Hello, my name's Artemis, and you need to be more comfortable being alone, okay? We're just going to get to it. This is going to be an advice video. This is not going to be something that necessarily you want to hear, but I feel it's an important message to get across because it's something that I came to learn that was very important for me, and it helped me greatly, and therefore, if I had to go through it, fuck it. I'm going to see if I can make everybody else go through it as well. So we have some hard-hitting life advice this week, bitches. Let's get into it. Okay, so I started this video off by saying you need to be comfortable being on your own, and that will be the overall message of this. But it doesn't mean that you have to be on your own. It doesn't mean that the only way you can be okay is being on your own. So please understand that. But when it comes to speaking to other people, I feel it's very important for you to understand the distinction between someone helping you and someone doing it for you. Because everybody can help. Nobody can do it for you. And if you are expecting or hoping for someone to do it for you, you're gonna have a bad time. It's not possible. You have to do it yourself. So there comes a point when people are looking for the help, where they keep talking about the problems and they keep looking to vent, and I don't want to say they come across as a whiny little bitch, but let's just say it, shall we? Because it does happen. I've done it myself. And there comes a little point where people are going to end up just sort of saying like, so what are you going to do about it? And that can be a little bit hurtful because it almost feels like they're pushing you away, like they're done listening to you. But in reality, a lot of the times people are giving you all the advice they can give you, and people have done everything that they know to do to try and help you. And they're at the point now where it's like, cool, your turn. You've got to do it. Can't do it for you. And that can be something that's very rough to deal with if you're not expecting it, if you're not ready for it. Now, going out and getting someone else's perspective, great, wonderful, amazing thing. I will hammer that point pretty heavy in this point. Please do it. But you also need to follow through with that shit. You know, you can go and talk to 50 different people about your problems, and you will feel better for having gotten it out. But did that actually solve any of your problems? No. It gets you in a good position to solve your problems and to figure out the next step and to take that step. You need to actually do it though. And sometimes it's very easy to use these people as basically enablers. If you can keep getting rid of the feeling of this problem that needs solving by talking about it, then you don't need to solve it. You can just keep offloading it onto various people. That won't last. That will not last forever. So you do need to do this shit yourself, and you are the only person who can actually fucking do it, and that's just the truth. Now, I imagine most people have been on an airplane and they teach you how to put on your fucking face mask if it comes down, and they always tell you, fix your own face mask first before helping others. That's a very important piece of life advice that you should carry with you across all other aspects of your fucking life. Because it's true. You can't set yourself on fire to keep other people warm and expect to not get fucking burnt by that. You should be the priority for yourself. You should be the most important person that you care about. Does it feel selfish? Oh yes. Does it feel cold and arrogant and uncaring? Fucking right it does. Is it necessary? Of course it is. You cannot help other people if you cannot even help yourself. And I mean, helping other people instead of helping yourself, that's a brilliant way to avoid the real problem, isn't it? That's a really good way to not actually deal with the shit that you need to deal with, but it's still there and it's still going to need dealing with. You need to focus on yourself so that you can be in a better position to help others if that's what you care about. I get it. We all want to help other people. It's how we show love. I fully understand it. But in the same way that other people cannot fix you for you, they cannot do the work for you, you can't do the work for them. And if you are struggling, if you are having a bad time, if you cannot deal with this shit, you can go out, you can get that help, you can get that support, you can talk to people. You also need to do the work yourself. You can't rely on them to do it for you, just like they can't rely on you to do it for them. You got to go out and actually do the thing and fix the problems. And if you don't, and you just keep trying to fix everybody else, you're just going to get worse and worse and worse, and nothing's ever going to get better. You got to put yourself first on this one. It's not being selfish. It's not being entitled and arrogant. It's not being a shitty friend. Being a shitty friend is letting yourself suffer so that they don't even have a friend they can confide in, okay? You need to keep yourself going. Fucking do it. So one of the bigger core problems here that you really do need to address is also one of the hardest ones to address, because I feel like in this fandom and with people like ourselves, a fear of abandonment is very fucking common and very understandable, and I fully understand it, because bitch, I got it too. But the problem that has is it makes you reliant on identities, on people, on places, on things, none of which are fully stable, none of which have the guarantee of being around forever. In fact, if you look at it, if you look at your life, there is just one single person, one single thing that will be with you forever, from the very beginning to the very end, and that's you. Which means that's the person you need to get the most comfortable with. You can be a furry all you want, and you can get the joy out of the community, and you should, but the fandom does not have the guarantee of being in your life forever. People can attack the fandom, and if you've attached your identity and your self-worth to that, then it feels like they're attacking you. But if you're an individual, if you're someone who is comfortable being on their own, somebody who is comfortable figuring things out and taking the necessary steps on their own, you aren't going to be hit when those sort of things come into play. Everybody has shit that they deal with. Everybody does. All of your friends do. When you talk to people, they're helping you, but they also have their own things that they need help with as well. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't be speaking to them, obviously. But it does mean that they're also dealing with shit. And there might come a time where they just cannot. They do not have the space. They don't have the capacity to help you. And if you are so reliant on them that you can't do it yourself without them, you're going to crumble. You're going to fucking shatter. But this is why it's important to be thinking things through in terms of, I will do it. You know, it's great to get a perspective. It's great to talk to other people. But you need to do it with the right mindset of, okay, I can't figure this out right now. Can you help me? Oh, that's an interesting way of seeing it. Cool. I can take that on board and action it. Because you're the only person you will ever truly be able to rely on 100%. You're the one who knows you the best. You've been there with you throughout everything. So you need to be comfortable being on your own. And there also are other things that come into it that are bigger issues. Obviously, if you're so desperate for people to stick around, you're more likely to tolerate things you shouldn't. You will put on the rose-colored glasses and not see things that are potentially red flags, because you just don't want them to leave. I don't care, I'll put up with anything as long as they don't leave. And that's a big fucking problem as well. But the biggest problem is that it will stop you from doing the work yourself because you're expecting someone else to do it for you. And that ain't gonna happen, because it ain't possible. This is all on you. Is it a lot of pressure? Yes. Is it really difficult? Actually, no. It will feel it, but it ain't. And you will come through these issues without really knowing how you did it. But you'll do it, and then you'll be like, shit, okay. Funnily enough, if you put one foot in front of the other, you end up walking down the path and getting somewhere. Weird, huh? You gotta trust the process, and you gotta trust in yourself that you can do the process. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helped a little bit, and I hope I got my point across quite well, because this is quite a hard point to try and get across, because a lot of times it almost sounds like I'm telling you, keep it all to yourself, don't go to anybody else. And I cannot stress enough, that is not what I am saying. Speak to people, talk to everybody that you can trust and who can give you good advice. Get as many different perspectives as you can. If you fought this problem to death, get someone else to think about it for you so that they can tell you, oh, this is a different way to approach it. It's always good to get this stuff out. It's always good to talk to people. Seek the help that you need, whether that's therapy, whether that's friends, counseling, whether that's CBT, Christ. I mean, maybe both, who knows? Like, whatever it takes for you to find a way forward on this path is good and great, and you should be seeking that out. But you are still the only person on that path. You are the only person that can take those steps and move down that path. You need to focus on doing things for yourself, because expecting some white knight on a horse to turn up and solve all your problems just means that those problems won't ever get solved. Waiting for other people, being so dependent on other people and other things in your life will just lead you to being completely crushed if they can't live up to this impossible standard that you have set for them. You are a strong person. You can do this on your own. You can fix your own problems. You can be a complete person in yourself. You don't need other people to be valid and important to yourself. You have to learn that fact. It's shitty. And sometimes it makes it very easy to cut people off. but it is the most important thing. I can't stress hard enough how important people need to fucking get this into their head. You need to do this stuff because you are the only person that can do it for you. Please fucking do it. Okay, I think I got my point across. I think I said fuck a lot as well. If you like this video and this advice kind of helped and you think, that weird guy in the blue dog, he can fucking say some words that are pretty good. Look at all these different ways you can support me. Gonna skip past the feet one fairly quick because it kind of just a bit weird to put that on with life advice. And the merchandise, it's there, please check them out. But look, hey, look, there's the actual support thing. So if you did want to help support us, did want to help me keep breathing and drinking water and eating and generally surviving, that would be wonderful. But thank you very much for this. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for all the support so far. And please take care of yourself. Please recognize your own self-worth. And please realize that you are worth your own effort. You are so totally fucking valid to work on yourself. Please do it. You're so fucking worthy. Anyway, bye. I don't know how to end this video now. Bye.